All right, what's going on, everyone? We're gonna be setting up in our new studio. So that's what's exciting for now. We got a new studio here, and I'm not gonna paint tonight. Finally got this room cleared out and ready for painting. But right now, we just wanted to get a feel for this room and get an idea of how future paintings will actually go. So that means that my rags are okay here. This is okay here. I'm gonna need somewhere to place my easel. Maybe I could put this, set up my table right here. I set up a nice little table right here. Let's go. Might as well make use of a table, right? Let's make use of our table here. First stream in a while, but we won't be getting back to this. We'll be back soon enough. Back to painting. The greatest activity ever known. Painting. One of them. Depends on your personality. Lock? Can't tell if this locks or not. This lock? I don't think so. Guess it doesn't lock. Huh. Alright, we ain't locked here. This table's way too big for this room. Oh. I really just need a space to like set up my paints and my easel. My palette. But I can't really set it all up if this is all I got. McKenna, what's up? Yes, I recognize that familiar name, McKenna. Thank you for tuning in again. You were there for my stream the other day during the what's up, Catman, Pat Valmiki. McKenna, did you buy a painting? That wasn't even that wasn't even my painting, but you bought somebody else's, so thank you. That was Aaron's painting. Did you actually buy a painting, McKenna, from that page? Because that's really wonderful of you. Ready for Taylor Swift's album. Thank you. Let me wipe down this table a bit. This is one dirty table. Oh, you did? Awesome. Well, congratulations. That was a good friend of mine. So I haven't spoken to her, but that's fantastic. If you ever want to collect one of my paintings, that would be awesome. You can find them on my website at hazardcreative.com. But that's wonderful that you supported my friend Aaron. This is my painting in the back. Look how dirty my table is. Yes, that's my painting in the background. This table is way too big right here. This table. What do? I wonder if she'll let me steal her table again. There's another table that I wanted. This table's too big. I can't use this. This table is unusable. Is this for sale? Yes, this is for sale. But it's not finished yet. I'm going to be working on this for a little while. I mean, I'm always down to sell a painting before it's finished if someone really, really wants it. But you know, this painting specifically is not done yet. So just so you know. So we're gonna close this table up. It's a bit too big for this room. This table is a bit overkill for what I need. So we're gonna close this table up, make sure that it gets closed up. This is good for like shows and stuff, but it's not good for this. Why isn't it, where's the section where it locks up? Okay, that's not it. How long have I been live today? No, today I've only been live for about 5 minutes. Today I've only been live for 5 minutes. This is my first live in like a couple weeks because I've been in the process of moving. And right now, still in the process of setting up, but I'm trying to get everything set up here. Get the room situated. Picture in the back, yeah. What is she doing to the cat? She's holding the cat. What is she doing? She's just holding the cat, yo. She's just holding the cat. Alright, maybe I can use this for my easel, my palette, but I'm just concerned that it might not be flat enough. All right, that's not bad. I can do a palette right there, right? Didn't know Bobby Lee knew how to draw. Bobby Lee knows how to do everything, all right? Bobby Lee, and I do not speak for Bobby Lee. Just for the record, I am saying that as a joke. This is not serious because obviously someone called me Bobby Lee, but Bobby Lee as an artist, as a comedian, is one of the greatest ever of all time. And I'm sure that Bobby Lee could probably draw with any part of his body. Yes, even that part of the body that you're thinking of right now. Imagine what I look like with a low taper fade haircut. I actually had a low taper fade haircut for quite a while. What do I like most in my life? I love my cats. I love to paint. Painting is definitely one thing that I love the most in my life. Painting. Oh, I should have left that table up so I can do this. I'm about to do. Where's my supplies? Overglazing, a mediocre comedian, no views. Overglazing, Space Outlaw Bebop considers himself an aficionado of comedians. Yo, Bobby Lee, have you ever seen Bobby Lee in real life? If you have not seen Bobby Lee in a real life performance, I swear he was one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen live. And yes, I've seen him live at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. And he was one of the funniest freaking dudes I've ever seen. He really is. I'm not overglazing. That is the truth. That is my truth. That is my truth, and you'll never take that away from me. I refuse to take that back. Bobby Lee. And you know who else is a goat? You know who else is a goat? What's his name? Who the poop is Bobby Lee? Bobby Lee? You don't know Bobby Lee? I mean, I don't really know how to describe Bobby Lee. He's an Asian comedian, one of the top Asian comedians. And unfortunately, I'm missing my razor. Dang, what did I do with it? What could have happened to my razor? Dang. Here we go. All right. So he wants to see something amusing. Anyone here? Hello. You know, I stay humble. It's a funny thing. It's a witch holding a black cat. Stop cooking my weapon. What are you talking about? Cooking a weapon. What are you speaking about, man? Why do people say such weird stuff on the internet? All right, here's what we're gonna do. Here's my stool. Got a new fresh start. Nice new fresh start, everybody. We got fresh new beginnings. All right, let's see. How are we going to do this? It's a witch holding a black cat. You could see it like that. It's actually not supposed to be a witch, but I guess it looks like one. So if that's what you see, then that's what it is. I'm trying to get out all my excess materials. These are good gloves. These gloves are fine. All right, so what are we about to do, people? Let's do something wild. We're gonna pull out a razor. I'm gonna start. Is this locked? Should not be locked. Actually, what's a good surface? A nice stable surface. Here we go. This is a better surface here. I'm going to set it up on top of this box. Can everybody see? No, you can't see on top of that box. Maybe we're just gonna have to do it on top of this. Oops. It's sticking up though. Alright, we'll figure it out. So we're about to clean this easel. Brown stain. What's up? Alright, there we go. Shout out. See, I'm probably everybody should consider subscribing to my channel because I'm probably one of the only YouTubers out there that gives shout outs for free. How do we do this? Alright, so try to think safety first, you know, because you always want to cut away from you. That's the goal, is always try to cut away from you. Safety first, but I'm also obviously not following the rules of safety, of safe razor usage. It smells like straight up chlorine right now. But look at it. Isn't that nice how all this comes up? David subbed and liked. Thank you, David. Thank you for supporting this channel. Your subscriptions go a long way. Because that means one day you are going to be a subscriber, right? I mean, that means one day you are going to be a productive member of this live stream. Trying to like really figure out how to do this nice and safe. Because if you got your hands in front of your razor, that means that it's not safe, and that you could possibly cut yourself, which I don't want to do. But that's the one beauty of like oil painting, is the reward. Just even cleaning is rewarding in itself. Cleaning your palette is its own reward. So sticky right now. My strategy is just to go around in like circles. And hopefully that's enough to pretty much help to separate the paint safely. Surprisingly, some of this paint's like still wet. But yeah, get into oil painting, people. Who wants to get into oil painting? Who here on this stream has at one point in their life been like, I wanna get into painting. I want to become an artist. My question to you is, what's stopping you? What is stopping you? Out of all the things that people could possibly attempt to do on this planet, from being an athlete to being an executive to being a chef to being a parent, like one of the easiest things to do is to become an artist. Like literally, it really is. You know, I think most people overthink it. Being an artist is probably the easiest title you can possibly achieve in this world. And I'm saying this in a serious but also kind of sort of joking way. Like, you know, if you want to be a really good artist, yeah, sure, right? You got to get really good. You gotta build a following. You got to, you know, get into galleries. You got to sell art. But really, the title itself is pretty easy. It's even easier than because everyone does it so naturally, right? Creativity is just a natural part of being human. That's why I think so many people desire to be artists, is because it just feels so natural, right? What is more natural than being an artist? What is more natural than having the desire to draw on or paint on your walls, right? Nothing is more natural. Throwing a ball, catching a ball, I mean, that can be natural, but it's not as natural as a natural creativity to be an artist. Yeah, I'm lecturing Scout. No, I'm kidding. I'm streaming. I'm just cleaning my easel right now, so. I said I'm just cleaning my easel right now. So that's what this stream is about. Alright, let's get rid of some of this. I got paint in my hair. It's not good. Some of this paint is still wet. It's been dry. It's been drying for like weeks. I usually don't like to handle oil paint with my hands, but today I am. Today I will. It's pretty rare that I do this. Usually I wear gloves. You should wear gloves when handling oil paint. Is he not over there with you? Yeah, I don't think he's okay. He is definitely not okay right now. Oh, that was close. That was close. See, that's why you don't aim your razor. That could have been very bad. That could have been very, very bad. And that's what everyone's waiting for. That one slip. Ooh, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. That could have been very, very bad. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I did get cut. Nope. Not as far as I can see. Alright, let's pull out this glove right here and just try to jam it all in there. Jam all this paint into this glove. All right, let's see what's going on. Is there any more that we get here? All right, and that, people, is how you clean off an oil paint palette. Nancy, what's up? And although this still has some paint on it, I'm gonna call this done. So we're actually gonna put this back into our palette here. And you know what, everyone? That's going to be our stream for tonight. But those of you that tuned in, thank you. But we're going to wrap this up, do some cleaning, and call it a night. Take care.